One of the ways to understand Russian Christianity and the way it has fallen victim to being a servant of this esoteric power, the special power, and to be involved in the special operations of this power. One of the characteristics of this Christianity, and of course you want to find out what are the causes of this intrinsic weakness of the Church of Moscow, to fall all the time victim to these esoteric powers. One of the weaknesses is, I think, the very strong rejection of human reason. And you will always hear this when you talk to them. Oh, you Westerners, you reason too much. You're rationalist. It's true. We have rationalists in the West, and we have exaggerated sometimes even in theology. Reason, we have sort of been too enthusiastic, like a hobbyist, wasting our time with trying to reason. It's possible. But reason itself is a gift from God. And the rejection of reason by many Russian theologians has something extremely immature, sorry to say. And the other thing that is very violently rejected is the FilioQue, which for us in the West is actually the dogma which helps us to understand why, when we are growing to be the likeness of God, why responsibility is has such an important place. Without FilioQue, we don't see the divine character of human responsibility in this world. Without reason, we always fall victim to the people that reason better than we do, like the esoteric powers. The only people that can use their reason in Russia, it's the special services. The rest, well, they try to reason to survive. There's a very strong realism in what we call the Russian mafia. I would say the Russian mafia, not the big ones, but the small ones. They are like a middle class that tries to emerge from chaos. But anyway, that's another chapter. But without logos and without reason, the icon has taken a very important place, a crucial, central place. And to take icons into your spirituality and into your prayer life is fantastic. They are fantastic. There's something very beautiful about icons. But if it is the basis of your devotion, without a faith that is strengthened by logos, without the logos that makes you responsible before God, and without reason at the service of your faith, you have no arms against the satanic caricature of the icon. Because what is an icon? An icon is something very sacred. That is not just a picture you look at that represents someone, Jesus or Our Lady or a saint. An icon does not represent someone, it renders present someone. There is an almost sacramental presence in the icon. And in this sacramental presence, you look at the icon. But in faith, you put your soul into the hands of the one who is present through the icon, not in the icon, but through the icon. That's why it's two-dimensional. behind the icon, if you like, he sees you or she sees you. You are being seen, but you don't see fully. And that is a great consolation for those who, like me, like icons. It strengthens you, it is a great consolation, everything you like. It's a very good supplement for your prayer life. But when there is no Christ, when the Logos has long been abolished, obliterated, refused, so that there is no more responsibility and you're not allowed to take any responsibility, then the icon can be stolen by the only ones allowed to reason, the esoteric power. So when you see the buildings of the FSB in Moscow and some other places also, you will see an ugly big building with many windows, a kind of crushing power, and very small doors. You don't know who goes in, you don't know who goes out. It is esoteric by its whole appearance. And in fact, the most famous of them, of infamous, Loebjanka, which if Russia was really free, would sound for them, and maybe it does sound for them, but they won't say that too quickly, which should sound the same as the name Auschwitz or Dachau. This building Loebjanka is like this demonic icon where you are being watched from, but you don't see anything. You don't feel consolation, you only feel fear. And in fact, this esoteric power, which is still so strong in Russia, it is like a satanic copy, a demonic copy of the icon. What Russia needs is reason. But I don't know if they will ever dare to give reason to normal people. What Russia needs is the FilioQue, which is the full dogma of the Logos. The fullness of understanding what is the divine Logos that became flesh, the full understanding culminates in the dogma of the FilioQue. And it will be hard to recognize that they made a mistake by rejecting it. But that's the thing that will free Russia, and that will free the Russians from fear, is the acceptance of the FilioQue, which means full awareness of what the divine word become flesh, the Logos incarnated means, and reason. Reason that makes human relations not only more open, but also more fair.